Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack. Here's Jack.
Yeah, why not? Let's do a show. What do you say?
Who are you? Where the hell am I?
Master of the Flying Guillotine. Part of the Clan of the White Lord.
You have not lost it. In all your unexcused absences, tardiness, half-assed efforts, you still have not lost. You have not lost your ability to say a word that I never would have thought coming. Guillotine.
Yes.
Which is a flying guillotine in French on St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
The day, one of the few days of the year that the tie-dye goes underneath an Irish shirt.
Well, it's perfect because presumably, you'll go. Your kind will go a drinking today.
What do you mean, go out drinking
or stay in drinking? However,
I've already done both. Get with it.
And if you barf all over your shirt and you're wearing tie-dye, no big deal.
No big deal. Let's see. I'll say, I don't have a drinking problem. I drink, I get drunk, I fall down, no problem.
This is great. You should watch this movie, actually. You'd probably love it. It's a Coen Brothers movie called Burn After Reading with, there's a bunch of stars in there. It's the usual Coen Brothers.
Oh, I have wanted to see that. I've not seen it.
Well, there's a great scene. It's great. It's great. There's a scene where John Malkovich, who's a CIA analyst, is basically getting fired at the beginning of the movie. And one of the guys who's is there to fire him, they basically tell him, hey, your quality of your work has been shoddy. And then the other guy goes, and you have a drinking problem. And he turns and says, F you. You're a Mormon. Next to you, we all have a drinking problem.
Yeah,
you would love that movie.
I wrote it down. Coen Brothers. All right, here's a controversial title. People have fought me on this one because they say it's not worth your time. Miller's Crossing.
Oh my God, I love that movie so much.
Me too. And it's
like number 2, number 3 all time for me.
It is not a short. It's not a short movie.
It's actually not. It just seems long because it's dense. No, it's only like an hour 40. It's not that terribly long.
It just seems long because who's dense? It seemed long.
No.
It was a 50. It was up for Academy Award short, but it seemed long because I was dense.
The interesting thing about Miller's Crossing that people don't quite get, and you have to watch it a couple times, is that all the important stuff in that movie happens off screen. Everyone's talking about like who killed who and why, and but you don't actually see. You see some of the carnage. Like Albert Finney with a Tommy gun.
Well, that, but also the who's the big boss? He schnookers and hits somebody with a frying. It's not a frying pan. What does he hit with a shovel? He hits his stooge with a shovel.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Oh my God, in the head.
And of course the other bad guy, the Italian one, Johnny Casper.
Yes.
His big thing is like, guys, you got to make sure you put one in the brain.
Yes.
No, that's a nearly perfect movie. I love it.
Also, one of the greatest. I just love the monologue, or it's not a monologue. A part where the guy goes, "Up is down, black is white." I mean, the way the music's playing in the background is just fantastic.
Absolutely. No, it's a great movie.
So, see, we agreed on something.
That's rare.
It is rare.
Historic day.
It is. Are you going to eat any corned beef today? Are you going to do any of the traditional shit?
I would effing kill for some corned beef. Where do I get some? Help me. I love corned beef. Jews love corned beef.
Well, let's see. You can swing a dead cat and hit a restaurant that has a corned beef special on it today.
I've never stopped out.
Everybody has Reubens today. Everybody has corned beef and cabbage.
I love a good Reuben.
Do you like cabbage with corned beef? Have you ever had that?
I never. I mean,
it's so good.
A Reuben is like sauerkraut, right?
No. Well, yeah, but just if you have corned beef and not a sandwich, you have corned beef and you have stick a head of cabbage in there. When the cabbage is done right, yeah. And it's so wonderfully salty. even throw some carrots in there. You got your fucking food colors for the day all set. You got red, orange, green.
Oh, Dr. Ben.
The rainbow. Yes, Dr. Ben will. He'll say sodium.
Will Dr. Ben be on today?
He texted me this past weekend and said he was already getting ready.
All right. I sent him the link. I sent Jeremiah the link too, just in case. So
for anything. What about? Did you send it to the agent or no?
Oh, I did not. I will.
Okay.
Right.
Ben texted me. He said, "Did you have a show?" And I forgot to tell. We didn't have one, but I forgot to send him a thing. And I was like,
sure.
"You think we would pass on a chance to torture you and over the air? For God's sake!" So
never.
Russ has got the DTs. He missed the show so damn much. You got poor Jackie Decker, who is like the loveliest heart in the universe. She's worried about you of all people. You're like the last person to worry about because you're beyond hope. You got the whole. You're the one. You got Miller's Crossing going on right here in Hooterberg. For goodness' sake.
Clearly, I put one in the brain. There we go.
There you go. Is right. All right. So it is March 17th, 2023. Mr. Bob's, in addition to doing what they do for the homeless, they go around to groups and speak. So if you want to have Mr. Bob, if you're interested in having Mr. Bob come and talk about their mission, recently he had the privilege of presenting at an in-service day for the West Bend Police Department. Oh, so it's interesting when Mr. Bob started this, doing what he did, it was just like on the fly. It was like a guerrilla charity. See, he'd go to a park, and then the cops would come and say,
thank God. The gorillas, I'm very concerned about.
What are you doing? Put one in their brain, in the gorilla's brain. But then he worked with the cops. So that's the Milwaukee police as to where they're going to have their weekly thing. That's why it's always at the same park, because it's an agreed to place that the homeless can congregate and not afraid of getting hassled. But he's if you're with an organization, law enforcement, West Bend Police just had him for an in-service day. It'd be great for you to help educate the community servers on how to care for those in need. So learn more at MrBobsUnderTheBridge.org. In the meantime, as usual, St. Patrick's Day is another fuck you with the weather, because it's always, what are you going to do? It's just awful every St. Patrick's. Has there ever been? But what are you going to do? That tells you, though, it's a good reminder.
We've had worse. Today's not that terrible.
We've had worse. Okay, there's an uplifting thought. But the point is, it's shitty outside. It's cold. It's windy. Yeah. It's wet. It's damp. It rained this morning and snowed this morning.
Oh, I slept through that.
Well, shocker. But here's the thing. The homeless still need our help. It's still cold. And living out on those cold, wet streets, you need help. So please check out MrBobsUnderTheBridge.org. It's a great organization doing great things, and they need your help.
There it is.
The Java House. Oh, and this is not only, this is a great day. I ground my own beans by Java House, Italian roast, put my own whipped cream in there and swizzled it around. Blackie came and got his whipped cream helping, of course. But I have, after the show, later this morning, is that the Java? I have a,
I don't know. I just share it. I don't post it.
I have a meeting with a client who is such a great client of the decade, because they said, "Hey, let's meet at the Java House." I'm like, yes.
You should have said, "I've never heard of it." What?
Yeah. Actually, I couldn't pull that one because that's where actually I met him. It was at the Java House. So.
There you are.
Woo!
I'm not sure what's going on here. Oh, there you go.
That's actually at the Java House. Is that Keith with a wig on?
Yeah.
No. And there's Snarlin' Arlen next to him with a green hat.
I'm glad to see they took their Christmas tree down.
Just in time.
Yeah.
It's always festive. Mel's Charities has some big news this week. Saukville Chamber has selected Mel's Charities as their Organization of the Year. That's a nice award. That's a nice deal. Yeah. And they're continuing to make progress on Melsville out there in
beats Pottersville.
But it doesn't beat Burger Kingville or Taco Bell King.
Jack Henke or a scurvy little spider.
But it is a great day. Mel's is there's going to be what's going on at the Legion Hall on April 20th. Oh, that's where they're going to get their award, I believe. Oh, so look, check out melscharities.org. You know what today is? You know what national day it is?
I hope it's corned beef day.
It is actually, it's corned beef and cabbage day, but it's also St. Patrick's Day. Did you know that? Were you aware?
I've heard good things.
It is weird when you think of this. Dennis Arovic, the most worldly mechanic in the world, was telling me he's been to. He's
a worldly mechanic because he works on imports.
he ding ding ding. He just went to Ireland for his birthday, a couple weeks ago. He has gone so many times to Ireland. He has his own favorite. He walks into a place like Cheers. They go, Dennis in Ireland, and he said, St. Patrick's Day isn't because so many people asked him. You went 2 weeks before St. Patrick's Day. Did you know that St. Patrick's Day was only a couple weeks later than your birthday? No shit. But he said they don't even really celebrate there. It's not that big of a deal.
Oh, St. really?
Patrick's Day. And the people who do, they don't wear green. They wear orange. That's the deal. Okay. Yeah. Right. But it is funny. I got this off the National Day. We bet you can share a thing or two about how a religious feast day commemorating the famed Irish patron saint who brought Christianity to Ireland ended up being a day celebrated almost globally, usually involving copious amounts of green beer and whiskey shooters.
Well, so that's what's interesting about America is that we took two major cultural, holidays and just made them our own because of the sheer volume of alcohol involved, like Cinco de Mayo and St. Patrick's Day, both in Mexico and in Ireland, they all kind of shrug it off and go, oh yeah, that's fine. Where in America, we're like, I'm taking the week off.
Yeah.
I'm going to start drinking on Monday.
This year, can you fucking believe it? I looked at the calendar, I couldn't believe it. What a great day.
It's just, so I would say we got it right.
Well, St. Patrick's Day is celebrated in more countries around the world than any other single-day national festival, largely due to America's enthusiasm for what many consider a holiday, even though it's not an official holiday.
It's the booze.
Why is that?
It's the booze.
I know, but I'm half Irish, and I hear more Irish slam. Most of the year, people love to slam. It used to be Polak jokes when I was a kid. Now it's people slam lawyers and Irish.
Well, you have to take into consideration that it's you. So really, we're just ultimately it's not Irish or Polish. It's Henke. You walk in the room and we're going to start roasting you. That's how it goes.
It's Henke-ish. What are you, a bobblehead now? For God's sake! But that's pretty cool. Leave it to the Irish to take all the barbs and turn it into a national day of drinking. You got to love it. You got to respect it. You must respect it.
I mean, certainly.
Along with one of the all-time great sayings is from Ireland is, every day is made up of 24 happy hours. So there is no starting late. There's no starting early. It's 24 happy hours, dude.
You don't have to set your watch to it because it's just always ticking.
That's right.
It's not even something that you need to gauge. So
always wound up, always ticking. You bet. Let's bring in our boy AJ. He's on the road. He's doing the road show.
Oh, fantastic! Well, it's been a long time, and it is nice to see. Well, I hope to see AJ. There he is. Good day, sir. AJ, are you in there? Uh-oh. Oh dear. Well,
he's frozen.
He's a bit on the frozen side. Yes. Well. Actually, you're frozen too. Oh no, you're good. I'm like, wait a minute, we're all just.
I thought we were just playing statue. I do what AJ does. Everybody loves AJ.
I got to use that at work every now and then. I'm just kind of laying around doing nothing. And then, oh, sorry. I thought we were playing statue. Linda will love that.
Oh, man.
You playing statue on the municipal dime again?
Linda.
Hey. That's the boss.
I know.
Boss.
Stop calling the Friday morning meetings.
Every now and then.
Yes.
It looks like AJ may have moved about a millimeter because we were getting his glasses now. Before we weren't.
Do you think it would help for him to reconnect?
Sure.
AJ,
for starters.
I'll text him.
Yeah. Beyond that.
All right. Well, I'm sure he wants to talk. You don't watch college basketball at all, the tournaments, do you, or do you?
I don't. I wish I had time to do such things.
Time schmime. It's on 24 hours a day right now. It's like
schmime. I have plenty of time, not so much.
not schmaltz. Schmime.
Yes, absolutely. No, I mean, back in my bar days, I had no choice but to, if you go out into a bar in March, and you can
guy walks into a bar in March.
You can get
and the bartender says, "Hey."
And invariably everybody around me is dialed into the tournaments. So mostly because I have money, so they all have a coin on it.
I thought you were going to tell a bar joke.
No, I just, so all I have to do is really just enter some sort of sports bar, and then about an hour and a half later, I'll be up to speed because everyone
up to speed. Hey, I just came in to check and get up to speed. What's going on around here in the world? God. He's back.
Boy.
I thought you were going to tell the bar joke about the 12-inch pianist.
No, I was not, and neither are you.
AJ.
So there you go. Oh.
AJ.
Wow.
Are you there? AJ.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Wait, hang on. Hold on. Can you hear AJ now? Go ahead and talk, AJ.
What's up, Bulldog?
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. I figured it'd be easier to call in than do it on the phone because my audio seems to be cutting out. So, yeah. So, yeah.
Where are you dialing in from?
Actually, my house. We're just about to leave, but we'll do the show first.
All right.
Yeah.
There's dedication. What's your lead story today, AJ? I'm curious.
My lead story is the upsets in the NCAA tournament. We have Princeton taking down Arizona and Furman taking down Virginia.
Okay, did you have either of those?
No, I didn't.
I know, but there was an upset that wasn't, and I thought of you because I almost picked it, but I didn't. Which is that damn Oral Roberts.
Yeah.
Did you take them?
I did take them to the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
I know. They were pretty good.
Uh-oh. What's that voice?
That's the agent.
What's going on, Doug?
Life is good. We're taking a day off, heading to Madison, and watching some basketball. So
excellent.
Fun.
It was great last night. You could switch between the college games and the high school games. Were going strong.
Yeah, well, we tried to watch the Bucks game, but that was embarrassing in the second half.
Yes, it was.
I didn't even. Oh, was it? Who did they play and what happened?
Indiana. They were up 9 at halftime and lost by 16.
Okay.
They gave up 84 points in the second half.
Wow.
Yes.
That's one way to explain it.
I got nothing. I got nothing for that.
Yeah. Also, Whitewater is out. They lost to Mount Union last night by 4.
By 4. Ugh.
Yeah. They were up. They were up by 18.
They were up by 18 and they lost by 4?
Yep.
That's almost as bad as the Bucks in Indiana, for God's sakes.
Yep.
What happened?
Yep.
Were you able to stream it, Age?
I had the live stats up.
Oh, okay. That must have been hard to watch.
To watch the score go down.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they had a hell of a year, no matter how you slice it. They did a great job.
Yep.
So what are you on today? What game? Do you know what's your first game that you're going to see at the tournament?
Probably. I'd have to look it up, but I'll probably get down there for the. We'll probably get down there for a few state games, and then the tournament is probably going to be the 11 o'clock game is.
Okay.
This morning.
Did you miss the pencil pushers that gave Homestead a run? The the science guys with the pocket protectors and their uniforms?
Yeah, I missed that yesterday. They got blown out though, so I'm glad I missed that.
See, you can't never bet on smart kids.
Yeah, I'm excited. We're gonna be there for the Nicolay Pewaukee.
See here.
Oh, excellent. That'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be really fun.
Is there a can't miss NCAA game for you today?
You can.
Who plays today?
Yeah. I'd say the Marquette game is big time for all you Milwaukee fans.
Yep.
Marquette plays at 1:45. So.
I think Michigan State and USC is going to be a good one.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. The winner of that game plays Marquette, so I believe.
Well, if Marquette wins, they got to do their part too.
They'll win. I'm sure they'll win.
That's what you said about Virginia.
That's what I said about Arizona too.
I know. Okay. And there's no news on the Aaron Rodgers saga.
No.
Oh, that's not true. That's not true. This is out of the New York Post, gentlemen. Let's see if I can bring it.
There's no news that ever comes out. They never get the New York Post is like the National Enquirer of newspapers.
Jets Packers far apart on Aaron Rodgers trade as negotiation details emerge.
Shocking.
What are the details, dude?
Well, according to the New York Post, one day after the 39-year-old quarterback, who sometimes goes to a dark place, said he intends to play for the Jets in 2023. Another report about Green Bay's compensation request emerged Thursday. Packers want more than a first-round pick as part of the base deal, multiple sources told Pro Football Talk. Truly a reputable news source, I'm sure, which I think is also known as Joe's Football Website.fart, which reported that Green Bay wants protection in 2025 should Rodgers suit up again in 2024. However, the asking price is reportedly more than the Jets believe they should give up for a player the Packers have said they no longer want.
Okay, well, then they can suck again. Let them. Let them go into the season with Zach Wilson. Have at it.
Yeah, have at it. We'll take Aaron Rodgers retired.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson.
Yeah. If he decides he's going to take his ball and go home, we're good with that.
He won't go home. He'll go to the woods.
ESPN reports that Aaron Rodgers is the second most liked player in the NFL.
Who's number one?
Brett Favre.
Patrick Mahomes.
All
right.
Really? Well,
by the way,
that's because there are a lot of fans that never have his daily emotions on. Once you have enough of them, that's it.
Yeah.
He was a great player.
Well, Rodgers seems so problematic a figure that being the most liked clearly has not done much for him. I mean, I don't know what it's done for his career.
Gentlemen, I'm just feeling the love. That's all I'm doing right now.
You are. Well, look at it this way: the most Bulldog is the most unliked person. It hasn't hurt his career.
It's worked famously for me. I bank on that every single day, and you should too.
I should.
You can take that to the bank.
Wait, AJ, did any Saint teams play yesterday?
St. Mary's played Virginia.
No,
Virginia Commonwealth.
Virginia. Who won?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I went to sleep.
Oh, you're some sports guy. You are. I'll have that report for you Monday.
Sleeping is not in your contract, sir.
Man.
I know. I'm sure.
What the hell's going on with this generation?
I'm rating you up.
Hey, in my defense, I watched the entire Bucks game and went to sleep.
Hey, in your defense, there is no defense for watching the entire Bucks game when they give up 84 points in the second half.
Right, exactly.
Someone's got to take the fall for this, AJ, and it's not going to be me.
Exactly.
There we go.
All right. Well,
good job.
Enjoy the day. It's going to be a great one. You'll have just a blast. Send us some pictures.
I will for sure.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
All right. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your weekend, guys. Thanks for coming in. We made it.
Yeah, AJ, on Monday, come up with a better excuse than falling asleep. Say,
I will. I will.
Say Molly ate your sports report or something.
There you go. Perfect.
All right.
Enjoy yourselves. Take care.
The
Bikini boys.
St. Pat's.
Thank you.
Happy St. Pat's. Enjoy, fellas.
Yep, we'll do
all
it.
right. Get some corned beef.
Bye.
Fantastic. Doug and AJ Bocchini, the agent and the talent.
I heard a little bit of the boss a little in the background too in there, Lisa.
She's probably keeping them in line.
She runs that show.
Oh, you know that. Absolutely.
AJ said picked her brackets. She picked teams that had Saint in the name. And no one gave her any shit about it because she is the boss. There's none of
well, if you're gonna go the religious route there and pick Saint, you shouldn't give them shit, Jack. No,
I think so.
Yeah. You'd be the one. You'd be the one. Oh man,
I'm religious. I do a lot of things religiously.
Yes, you do, and only two of them aren't sinful. Hey, speaking of sinful, did you see what's going on in Thiensville?
Sinsville? No.
Yes, kind of.
What? What's going on?
Look at this horrifying story out of our friends over at GM Today, which is, I guess, ultimately Lisa Curtis's boss. Daily Taco and Cantina ordered to remove temporary tents.
I've had it. That's all I can stand, and I can't stand no more. You leave them alone. That tent is like a religious haven. It's got a point. If you go and eat in that tent, their tacos are so good. It's like a religious experience. So leave them the F alone. They can have that tent out there as long as I think we should have like what did Jethro Bodine? I'm going to protest you, Uncle Jed.
Well, let's give this let's break this down for folks. It's not the outcome that Daily Taco and Cantina owners were hoping for the last week's meeting of the Thiensville Zoning Board of Appeals. Wow, that's a great title. I the only committee I serve on is the Thiensville Zoning Board of Appeals.
Thiensville is like 2 miles by 2 miles, and they have a zoning board of appeals. And that screwball Mobley, he's like the president.
I think he's running for some higher office now.
He ain't no more. The people have spoken.
Well, the board ruled unanimously that Barca Daly, which is Jesse Daly and Matt Barossi, I guess, must remove a temporary tent structure, thus upholding a November 14th, 2022 decision by the Thiensville Plan Commission. Now, the Plan Commission and the Board of Appeals, I'm sure, are vastly different people because Thiensville is so large. Daly, who received approval last month to install a semi-permanent gazebo structure at the restaurant at 105 West Freistadt Road, has received prior exceptions to allow the tent to stay since March 2020. I'm assuming that's probably COVID related. I
you
guess.
bet.
Yeah. Daly's request was based on either a special exception or use variance. According to the co-owners, due to the restaurant's limited capacity, the tent has been a temporary solution to providing adequate space for customers in the winter and a great source of revenue, which we don't like. Especially
can't have a business succeed in Thiensville. They need that sidewalk.
Isn't that interesting? On
Freistadt Road.
Right. We feel that the rejection of our tent puts an unnecessary hardship on our customers and staff.
I'm with them.
Yeah, totally.
Solidarity.
Absolutely. Let's see what the phony baloney boards had to say. However, while many board members supported the tent's increase of business in Thiensville, their decision ultimately came down to the owners already being given an abnormal extension regarding village tent rules. Here comes Amber Holrith, who said, I'm just asking the board to apply the facts to what the law says, to what our zoning code says. Boy, she must be a hoot at parties.
No kidding.
Daly estimated that having the tent provided an additional $25,000 per month as a $25,000 tent, everybody. Yeah. As of now, the restaurant.
Okay, here's the deal. Amber and her band of merry municipal.
We cannot slander nor libel, Jack. Be nice, sort of.
This is going to cause, you know what this is going to cause? The poor people at Daily Taco are not going to be able to afford to stay in business. If that place goes under because of this, the best Mexican food even Lisa Curtis is happy because they don't serve it on paper plates. That she always had a fit about Conejitos.
Maybe they should. They might save some money. I don't know.
I smell a rat. I think they refused to play ball. I think they wouldn't bribe. They wouldn't grease the palms of the.
You're going lower than low, Jack.
Of the Thieves villains.
As low as how low can you go?
Why would you? Why?
It's a success. Daily Tacos. That, by the way, let's to give some history. That was a Pizza Hut for a long time, and then
still looks like it.
It does, I know. And then for about 15 years, I would say, possibly longer, it's been. Well, they did the
wasn't Cousins in there for a while?
Cousins is still there, a few doors down in the strip mall.
Right, but I think they were in that building at one time.
No, I think the falafel guys were in there, and they were doing.
Oh yeah,
they were okay. They did all right, but then they moved on.
They're still around.
They're around. They do their truck.
Food truck.
Yeah. So, I mean, but when the falafel guys weren't in there and when Pizza Hut wasn't in there, there's a long time where that building was, as my people would say, bupkis. There was nothing in there. It was a suck of, so I don't.
We got people knocking down the door to run a business on Freistadt Road in Teamville.
Of all things.
Yeah. My God.
You see that corner across the street where the mobile station used to be? It's really interesting because, that was I'm sure, a relatively successful gas station, and then they moved on as they do. And you think, well, they're going to convert this to something else, and it's prime Thiensville property. You know what they did? They knocked it over and planted grass. It's a pasture, a miniature pasture. I don't understand Thiensville. What are you doing? I wanted to get your blood pumping this morning, Jack.
I'm speechless. Ich bin sprachlos.
What you don't do is thumb success in the eye.
Especially who is it hurting? I mean, if it was causing danger or if there was selling.
You know who it's hurting? It's hurting attorney Amber Holrith. Something of like you said, I wonder if maybe the old, handshake where you have you shake hands, but all of a sudden you feel something extra. You're like, oh, wait, are you handing me, what is that, like a love note? Oh, it's the ultimate love note. my Hispanic father-in-law used to call it, let me give you the Mexican handshake.
What is it?
$20 bill inside.
Oh. You should have stayed married. I love that handshake.
It was great. Well, yeah, he passed away, sadly.
Oh. But all of a sudden, you started putting some marital problems.
That was
when the Mexican handshake went 6 feet under. All of a sudden,
Darling, it's just ain't gonna work. The lack of Mexican handshakes in my life, it's just not gonna work for me.
Mexican handshake. I never heard that one.
No, I had never either. And it was, it's supposed to be like really subtle, but then when he did it and whispered in my ear, "It's the Mexican handshake," I would just laugh my head off. It was the greatest thing ever.
Oh yeah, well, you were so smooth. He tries you on the sly. Hey, what's this? What's this? $20? Oh, Dad.
Yeah. It's the first time I ever called him Dad, I think.
God, I'd call him Dad. If he gave me a Mexican handshake.
That was the best.
$20 on it.
So yeah, so that's interesting in Thiensville, and hopefully they'll get it all ironed out. I hope, what they should do? They should I would just leave it up. I would just be like, and then just reassure them, oh yeah, we're looking for scissors. We can't find to cut the ropes to bring the tent down. We can't find any scissors. So
I think they ought to have some guy come in and wave some incense and bless, so it's like a holy structure that they can't take down.
There you go. Or maybe we could get like the Thiensville Historical Society to deem it a.
Oh God! No more societies or commissions or anything.
Or you get the weed commissioner to come in and be like, "There's a lot of weed in there. We can't. We can't."
All right, another reason to go. Jeez.
Cedarburg has they had a weed commissioner.
Shut up.
We did, yeah, absolutely. He came to my door one day.
Really?
I had a thistle that got out of hand.
Oh, I thought he smelled something.
Well, that's what he rang the doorbell and said, "Weed commissioner," and I was like, "Really?
Oh shit!
let me get my wallet. I'll be right back."
Just a minute. I'm not ready for the Mexican handshake. Keep me in business here.
So,
It caught me off guard.
I had to ask him. Of course, I said. am I like, because it's Cedarburg, I can't imagine we have nothing if not perfectly coiffed yards. I said, thank God for me and my thistle. I must be it for your year.
Trying to integrate the neighborhood.
Right.
You justified his existence.
I did. I said, do you really want me to cut down or do you want to come back again?
God bless you, Messerman.
So I always used to call it my award-winning thistle. So I attracted the government.
This'll do.
Yes. So you had a big lot. You must have had some wild things growing out of hand out there.
You bet.
Did the weed commit? No.
Are you kidding? We're out in the boonies. People are worried about they come driving in the driveway. You never know what's going to happen.
Get my gun, Ma. Revenuers here. It's like the kid from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? What you doing, here?
Money changes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, come on in.
Unbelievable. So last night was a big night at the library. We had the John Katska brigade in for great decisions.
And
big turnout.
What they decide?
No, we're discussing the ramifications of great decisions, not making them.
Okay. Do they have like they were good decisions or just great, like important?
Well, so the topic last night was the United
Thiensville?
States and we should have taken that.
Ask John to take that up.
Take on the Daily Taco Tent. Absolutely, John. We need a master of the Foreign Service like yourself to because what could be more foreign than Thiensville? No, last time was the United States and China and how that's all working out.
What does John think?
John did not. John conducted last week's. He looked at the world economic markets. This week was a gentleman named Rick Rockamora, who's a really interesting guy. And he
sounds like a DJ. Rick Rockamora.
He's a cool guy. He's an extremely cool cat. Cat. He spends a lot of time. I believe, certainly has spent a lot of time in China. His businesses. I think he's some sort of engineer with an electrical company that does international. I'm not even really sure what his title is.
I have no urge to go to China. I want to travel the world. That's not on my top 50.
I had friends who went and they were really excited and they just hated it. That's the worst trip they ever took. Went to Shanghai and they said that part was okay and the rest was just pollution and
the shit show.
Despair. Yeah, they just. I kind of said, well, I mean, you've seen the news, right? I mean, what travel agent handed you the pamphlet and said, "Come to China"? What did you
Okay.
So I don't know. It's
did they put any graffiti on the Great Wall?
I don't even know if they made it there. Even they
said
if
you're going to go to China, you got to do the Great Wall. What else is there?
They probably intended to, but they just got so depressed. They just kind of stayed in the hotel and watched cable or something. I don't know. They weren't thrilled. You can't even get ESPN on this TV. So it's a state-run ESPN. There's no games today.
Yeah,
and that's good.
But if there would have been, we would have won them all.
We would have won them all.
The people would have won them.
Absolutely. But it's an interesting talk and good turnout, and it is currently available on the Cedarburg Public Library's Facebook page. It's actually, I think it should be right below here on the CPL Radio Facebook page too. So we live stream those now.
There's nothing below us.
That is true. I mean proximity, not quality. So that was cool. And there's 2 more this month. There's one next week. I think Peter Cranstover does that one, and I'm not sure what the topic is. And
that guy's too smart. I don't like him.
He's a genius. Oh my God, no! His I've warmed myself from the heat from his brain.
He's another Java House enthusiast.
Oh, is he? Cool.
Yes, yes.
Very nice guy. Very, very nice guy, actually. So, and it's funny because since I started live streaming the Great Decisions things, initially they were just like, okay, that's nice, go ahead, and we get really good numbers and. For that, and they're growing, they're increasing, which is great. And it's funny because now John says, how were my numbers last week?
Oh my God.
I've already perverted this. It's already
Is he going to start charging admission? Is he going to start? He's going to start charging a fee to delete it, which he should.
So now it's a competition between the gentlemen who do the Great Decisions presentations, because last night the numbers weren't in yet, and John's like, "What did we get tonight? Are they better than last week?"
Yeah.
It doesn't. Once you introduce like media to the to the proceedings, it just dirties up the waters like you wouldn't believe. So
you bet.
So there we go. We should go do a show from the Thiensville taco daily taco tent. I think we need to in support of. You gotta do something with that. Yeah, I'm getting a little hot under the collar too on that one. The more I think about it,
what?
It's not even. If you look at the picture, it's not even like breaching any like the sidewalk or spilling over into like not their property.
If it was on Main Street.
They should be able to conduct public executions in their parking lot. It's their property.
Nobody walks on the sidewalk there. The bike path goes behind it.
Right.
But it does not even come. It doesn't come close to that. For God's sakes, what the hell is going on?
Hey, Daily Taco. Since Thiensville is mistreating you so much, there's this great town called Cedarburg, a little further to your north. We will take you in with open arms. You can tent up like crazy.
If we allow a creamy pig, we'll certainly take a Daily Taco.
Exactly. Just terrible. So there we are. I don't get it, man.
Okay.
I don't get it. Yeah.
But you had to bring it up. Thank you.
Well, I had to. I mean, someone has to. You're doing a service here for a business that is under duress. So there we go. Anyway, what else is going on, man?
All right. Have you come down from the Oscars buzz, the Oscars high that you were on? We haven't talked since then.
That's very true. Not too much.
Any fallout from it that you have heard or seen or?
No, it was. That's actually what's great is it was a successful broadcast. It actually the reviews weren't terrible. Usually the next day people are like, "That did you watch that award show? It was agonizing." Everyone had nice things to say, and the ratings were up this year. Which I mean, the only direction to go really.
Well, they were looking for another slap.
Yeah. So no, it was good. They re-released Everything Everywhere All at Once into theaters for a little mini run. They usually do that just to rake in a little more jingle jangle.
Yep,
so that was good. Big movie this weekend is the next Shazam installment.
I've seen enough promos for that. Holy shit!
Oh yeah, they've been trying to.
They're Shazamming the shit out of us.
Yeah, yes, they are. First one was good. I did enjoy it. It was actually funny. It
looks funny.
Very tongue in cheek and. I don't know. The reviews have been lesser for this one, but still more. I guess they should call it Shazam. You like the first one, so this is more of the same.
Is Cocaine Bear still killing it at the box office?
It's still playing out there. I think it's probably just starting to wind up its run. It did great. I mean, I see no reason why we should not be watching Cocaine Bear 2 in about a year and a half.
Excellent.
Or maybe
Cocaine Cub.
Cocaine Bears. All I gotta do is make it plural.
Cocaine Cub. Revenge.
Or introduce a different drug, like acid bears.
Yes.
We're marketing geniuses here at the Jack.
Oh my gosh. All right. For Oscar, I came across something for you this week. Always getting it wrong. The 10 worst Oscar wins of all time.
Oh, good. No, I
want to see if you agree with these.
Sure. Yeah, bring it.
Okay, this was out of Vice magazine.
Oh, yeah, well, Vice. They're opinionated over there.
Number 1.
Yes.
I don't think these are ranked. There's just 10 of them. Betty Davis in Dangerous beats Katharine Hepburn, Alice Adams, 1936.
I've seen neither, so
What?
I have not.
What?
Yeah.
What's her name said that she won it because the year before she didn't get it. Betty Davis, and so they gave it. It's one of those things where she earned it the year before. Number 2.
Yes.
How Green Was My Valley beats Citizen Kane, 1942.
Well, that is wrong. They got it wrong, but at the same time, Citizen Kane wasn't when it first came out. People didn't get it. I mean, it's just so yeah. I mean, but certainly it should have gotten.
Citizen Kane was nominated for 9 Oscars and lost every single prize except for one for its screenplay.
Didn't help either that everyone in Hollywood hated Orson Welles.
It never helps.
Because,
John Ford did How Green Was My Valley. Have you seen that?
That's a good movie. Yeah, no, I like it.
Okay.
We did Stagecoach not Stagecoach. We did The Searchers on Wednesday night at Cinema Club, and that was awesome. My God.
You finally show a good one and you don't promote it? I would have come to that.
I wasn't here.
Well, that's why it was a good movie. Number 3, The Greatest Show on Earth beats High Noon, 1953.
That would be a complete miscarriage of Oscar justice. Yes, The Greatest Show on Earth is a very schmaltzy movie, and but it's fun because it's like as classic Hollywood as you can get. It's overwrought.
Cecil B. DeMille's The Greatest Show on Earth is remembered as one of the worst Best Picture winners of all time. A gaudy circus spectacular, long on trapeze stunts, and short on coherence.
That's true. Yeah, and High Noon is like flawless. That's like a perfect movie. So yeah,
industry politics came into play too. Fred Zimmerman's tense, ingenious Western High Noon was not only a metaphor for Hollywood's cowardice during the blacklist era, but was written by Carl Foreman, who was blacklisted himself.
Yep. DeMille, you didn't. He controlled every room he walked into, and so he said, "You will vote for me, or I'll hit you with my stick."
He didn't even know how to pronounce his own name. He went by Cecil.
We'd be
number 4. Grace Kelly, Country Girl, beats Judy Garland for A Star Is Born in 1955.
Actually, I just watched Country Girl with. That's
of course movie. You did.
Yeah, that's actually a really good movie. She was good. She was good, but I'm not a big fan of Judy Garland and A Star Is Born either. I think they're both kind of overwrought and schmaltzy. So yeah.
You will like this. Number 5. Everyone beats Stanley Kubrick. In the year 2001 Space Odyssey.
Again, another movie that when it came out was essentially misunderstood. I mean, people thought, no one had really ever seen a science fiction movie like that before that was so just alternately scientifically accurate and yet mind-blowing. And it made its bones later when people said, "Hey, did you watch 2001 with a little with the Weed Commissioner?"
The Weed Commissioner got it right. The only people who didn't like it was from Teensville.
That's right.
All right, here's what the writers. Quick, tell me what Stanley Kubrick won an Oscar for.
Ooh, Kubrick. Oh man, yeah, I don't think he ever won a Best Director. Full Metal Jacket, maybe for something there.
If you guessed best special visual effects for 2001, you are unfortunately correct. Astoundingly, he never won the Best Director prize. He was nominated for Dr. Strangelove in '65, but lost to George Cukor for My Fair Lady. In '69, he entered 2001 into the awards race, lost out to Carol Reed for Oliver. And when it was Clockwork Orange's turn in 1973, he lost to William Friedkin for The French Connection.
Yeah. Well, Clockwork Orange. That's you still. I think finally, just recently, you're allowed to own a Clockwork Orange in the UK. They actually had banned it to the point where it was illegal. It was actually illegal to have a copy of Clockwork Orange. So
that's when you know you've made it. Kubrick's last Oscar nomination, Best Adapted Screenplay for Full Metal Jacket, was in 1989. He lost to The Last Emperor. As for Spartacus, The Shining, and Eyes Wide Shut, the man wasn't even nominated.
Yeah, that sucks. That just shows to Goya that these award things are not a science.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Number 6, Ordinary People beats Raging Bull, 1981.
Yeah, I like Ordinary People. I think that's a great movie, actually. They're both good. I don't know.
Very different.
Yeah.
Obviously. 7, You Must Love Me beats That Thing You Do and Because You Loved Me, 1997. I've never heard of You Must Love Me. What the hell is that?
I have no idea what that is. Actually, I'll have to look into that later after the show. You Must Love Me.
The best original song. It's songs. Yeah. Okay. It's always doozy. Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice dropped into the movie version of Evita. Madonna song themselves a chance to win an Oscar. Number 8, Crash beats Brokeback Mountain, 2006.
I'm not a fan of either one of those movies.
You knew we'd get here. Perhaps the most infamous Best Picture winner is Paul Haggis's Crash. Crash tells interweaving stories of racial tensions in Los Angeles, a topic that was likely of special interest to Academy members who were able to pat themselves on the back for embracing its bleeding heart values. The self-satisfied liberalism didn't extend to Ang Lee's Brokeback Mountain, a far superior movie that was groundbreaking in its telling of a gay love story between two cowboys played by Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal.
I mean, of the two movies, Brokeback Mountain definitely is better, but I don't think either one are actually worthy of any, real big accolades. But
another disappointment that night, Ledger lost the Best Actor race to Philip Seymour Hoffman for
he was
Capote.
very good. He was very good. No, well, no, that I think that was justified. Hoffman was incredible as Truman Capote. Oh my God, that was no.
Hoffman was, of course, one of the greatest actors of the 21st century, but his affected portrayal of Truman Capote, complete with the droopy dog voice, is the kind of performance that undeservedly appeals to Academy members who are quiet, soulful, based on no one performance like Ledger's.
No, okay. That is wrong.
Both actors died far too young, and Ledger won a posthumous Oscar in
Dark
Knight.
Yeah.
Yep. Number 9, and I don't think you're going to like this one. Birdman beats Boyhood.
You know what? I love both of those. Those are both, and it's like a complete reverse of the last one. Both those movies are great. Either one of them could have won, and I'd have been happy. They're both fantastic. So, yeah.
See, but to me, Boyhood is like, here, this is what they say. Richard Linklater began filming the movie Boyhood in 2002 and finished it in 2013, capturing the real-life coming-of-age of the child actor Eller Coltrane. This startling feat produced a kind of realism that had never been achieved on film.
True.
As we watch, who gives a shit? It's like rewind Benjamin Buttons. It doesn't matter. It's the same kind of stuff.
No, because again,
I mean, but maybe it was startling. Does that make it the best picture, though? Nah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, that one particularly does, because I can. What's nice about a movie like that is that no one had ever seen anyone do anything remotely like that, and it was exciting to watch it unfold. I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe that we're watching this kid grow. I mean, it was I
don't care.
Okay. Well, no, you would. No, I mean, there were like Fred Flintstone didn't show up and like drop a rock on his foot, so no, you didn't care. But still,
brats grow up every day. I don't care. I don't care about.
Okay, well, there we go. I'll let Margot know.
Hey, I let her know every day.
How completely
she knows.
How utterly unaffected you were watching her grow up.
She knows. It's no mystery to her.
For those of us parents dialed into the job itself, it was a very powerful film. For those of you just showing up to collect a paycheck, yeah, I can see Boyhood not working.
Yeah.
For the same.
No big deal.
You feed them, they grow. What's the big deal?
And it costs a lot to feed them.
So you would rather watch a movie on food instability?
Yes.
It's really hard to feed. That's got a point. He's like, you get a cigar.
Speaking about a movie that is almost the subtext is all about food, really. The last one that they say is the greatest crime. Green Book beats Roma 2019. What do you think?
I'm not a huge fan of either one of those movies either, actually. I think Green Book is probably the slightly superior film just because it's it's a very kind of paint by numbers Hollywood type of thing, and they did it well. I thought they did it well. The acting was really good. Roma's good, but that particular, it's the same filmmaker who did Gravity, I think.
Alonso Cuarón.
Yeah. Gravity, I know, swept the Oscars a few years prior to that. And that also people saw as kind of a miscarriage of Oscar justice. I thought Gravity was great. I thought it was extremely well done. And again, visually something I'd never really seen before at the time. So it's a popularity contest.
A few little editing tricks. That's all it was.
Okay. We should try some of that on this show.
Now that I like that. That's pretty good.
Hey, the master of the flying guillotine does not mess around.
No wonder you keep putting off the live in studio thing. You can't edit. It's harder to edit that.
You can't rush these things.
But here, I like this about the write-up in Green Book and Roma. Though Farrelly was left off Best Director list, which Cuarón won. Yeah. Green Book not only beat Roma, but Spike Lee's Black Klansman for Best Picture.
Black Klansman's great.
Speaking of bad Oscar calls, Lee hadn't been nominated for directing Do the Right Thing in 1990 either.
I'm so glad you mentioned that, because guess what we were showing next month?
Listen, this was the year that Driving Miss Daisy, another maudlin story about a cross-racial relationship, friendship between driver and passenger, won. I'm snake bit. This is a great line. I'm snake bit, Lee told the press room after Green Book won. Every time someone is driving somebody, I lose.
Spike is great for sound bites, so he's brilliant at that.
Spike gets him back. He's in those terrible MasterCard commercials.
Is he out there doing? I don't watch television.
He does every year. They bring him back for the tournament. Charles Barkley.
Oh, okay.
I can't believe that. Who's the highest paid of total payments actors of all time? Do you know who that is?
All time? I mean, Tom Cruise? I don't know.
No. He's been in a lot of the Marvel things. He's
Robert Downey Jr.
No. He was in. He was the guy who talked about the cheeseburger with Travolta. They were the bad guys in Pulp Fiction.
Samuel L. Jackson. No, I'm not surprised. He's got a great voice, and so his voiceover, he's everywhere. I mean,
every year they only show him during the tournament, which unfortunately the tournament goes on for a month. Show these same commercials. They come up with new ones every year, and they're terrible every year. But they have Spike Lee, they have Samuel L. Jackson, and they have Charles Barkley. Three for different reasons, very watchable people. But they have the lamest, corniest bullshit. I mean,
it must be working for somebody, because they keep coming back. I keep asking them back anyway. But clearly not for you.
It's painful.
What are they advertising? MasterCard?
Yeah, I think so.
Charge card. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Or maybe I don't even know what.
Diners Club.
It's so freaking bad. I just can't believe it. I can't get over it.
All right. Well, nice segue, because next month I'm going to try to get away showing Do the Right Thing in Cinema Club, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it off.
Why not?
It's pretty raw. I mean, and I the audio from the community room leaks into the children's library, and we got some serious F-bomb action in the movie. So I might revert to a lesser known but equally good Spike Lee movie called Crooklyn. It's actually outstanding. It's a coming of age story. It's great, and nobody.
What about She's Gotta Have It? I heard that's
really dirty. There's a lot of skin in that movie.
That's why I want to see it.
More than likely, So
show that. Cine. We embrace nudity in the arts.
Well,
Capital One.
We got Capital One. We got really big windows spilling out into the library proper. So if we're doing
as soon as people know that your sad, depressing film club is getting together, nobody looks at it.
It's truly remarkable that you're actually paid to market things. I mean, it's just absolutely flummoxing.
Flummoxing!
Speaking of flummoxing, I'm going to get you your blurb today or tomorrow. So,
I've heard that.
Stay your post. Well, barring any.
Did you read it?
I read half of it.
Good enough. Read the good half.
Do we have some back problems, Jack?
I have 3 tremendous blurbs.
Fantastic.
Carla Luna, Lisa Curtis, who's still guffawing at you.
Good.
At you being flummoxed. And
guffawing at my flummox.
Yep, Steve Carellini, the novel doctor.
Nice.
That'll
work.
But I want to get you in there, so let's go.
I want to get me in there too. So yes, it's inbound.
Make it so I don't have to edit it too much to my liking.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. It's why it's just like U.S. and China.
The people loved it.
I loved it. It was better than Cats. I'm going to read it again and again. Doesn't look familiar. So there we go.
If you keep this up, I'm going to start doing readings for my new novel that I'm working. I listened to you. I'm working on my new one.
Oh, good. Yeah, don't.
It's a great premise. It's
fantastic.
It's hilariously funny.
Is there a dead body anywhere?
There, well, allegedly.
Ah, very good. All right, I like where you're going. Very good. Excellent.
It's called Terminal Love.
Ooh.
Yes.
I like it. Well, you're either talking about being at the airport or death,
or the bus station.
Oh yeah, either way, absolutely. All right, cool. There's a hot take for you. The next Henke opus.
Hot take
dropped on this show. Well, that's a show that's barely a week. What did we do? Like 2 episodes this week at best. Well, yeah.
AJ and I carried the load on Wednesday with Patty's help.
You did.
You were no help.
No.
Although the audience sincerely thanks Howard and Sherry for that. That was great.
We're there for you. The Mestermans are there for you. Excellent. All right. Well, have a good weekend, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you next week, Lord willing.
That we have coming up. I don't think it's Monday, but we're going to have guest appearance.
22nd is.
In April, we're going to have the Mission River Band is coming to join us. And did you see the email from Terry Sweet? We're going to have we got to bump Patty on Wednesday.
Okay,
she got to come to a Monday that week because of on our show. There's going to be another album release.
Oh, nice! Oh, great.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes,
wow.
Yes.
That's what I get for missing staff meetings. I had no idea.
Kelly DePuy.
Is she pumping out another album?
No, it's the first one. They haven't released it yet.
Oh, I thought it was out. Okay.
No. She's done a few concerts and a few teasers. Kelly DePuy Schmidt.
This is the real thing.
And she and Terry are going to be on.
Cool. We should
because he plays keyboards. He plays the keyboards on the album.
We should get some material from them, like album covers, and potentially are they going to do some live tunesmithing for us, do you think?
I believe. Well, they might do what Terry did, which was they'll be on talking about it and then play a recorded version of the studio version of the cuts, which works out really well too.
Yeah, either way. Yeah, cool. All right. I would need that copy of that prior to showtime. So please. Very good. Well, not 2 minutes before showtime is not good. I'm trying to avoid any, as Han Solo said.
Are you doing anything for St. Patrick's Day or no?
I'm going to come hell or high water. I'm going to find a corned beef sandwich that works for me.
My mom says that
send me somewhere. Where should I go?
My mom swears by the Reubens that they have year round, but she, of course, everybody thinks at what's the greasy burger place in Grafton?
Talking Hefner's?
Culver's.
I'm not going to Culver's.
You asked.
This Henke, give me a break.
All right, smart guy. They'll have some version of corned beef at Whistler's, I guarantee you, and it'll be delicious today.
Okay, let's make me mob though. I'll need a whip and a chair to get through there.
What do you want? You want to go? I want to go where nobody is.
I want to try.
The food sucks. God,
my lunch hour is 45 minutes.
I bet you Taco Hell's got a Reuben wrap or a Reuben Crunch wrap.
Oh God, Reuben Crunch wrap supreme. Wow, drop that right in the toilet and cut out the middleman. All I say to you is this.
Funny. Last year, Margot went to Chicago for St. Patrick's Day, and on the way there, one of the people in her group said, "We got to stop somewhere. I'm starving." So they stopped at a Taco Bell, like on Rush Street down in Chicago.
Oh.
Margot was sick within a half an hour. She missed. She had to go.
Why did it take so long? Usually it's about 12 minutes, a half hour. Oh. She's got a constitution of steel. Oh, there you go. All right, folks, drop in comments where I should go for my Reuben, my corned beef. Let me know. All right, help me out, everybody.
Yep.
All right. And we'll see you again, hopefully before next St. Patty's Day.
On Monday.
All right. Take care, everybody. Enjoy your weekend.
Aaron, go.
Aaron, wear your bra. All right.
Aaron Go Brales.
Something like that. There you go. Take care. Bye bye.
Okay, bye.
Oy vey.